All right, folks, what is going on? This is episode 346, the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller, and during this recording, you probably hear my son in the background. I mean, that's just how it is. Can't do this early in the morning like I want to because, I have other obligations, so I record prior so you guys can check this out in the morning, and I hope you guys enjoy. Welcome to the First and Frame Rate Show. I am VF Baller. Over here, I talk about Georgia Southern Atlanta Falcons football. If this is your first time here, I hope you hit the like button, share, and subscribe to the channel. And if you're looking at the screen right now, or if you're listening on the podcast avenue, I have Dal Baker Jr. up here. If you don't know who this is a defensive back for the Georgia Southern Eagles. He signed with the Arizona Cardinals, so that is awesome to see. Georgia Southern once again put another guy in the pros. Hopefully he makes the team, and just a small school continue to come up. I mean, it's a lot of good things that are going on at Georgia Southern. Hopefully you guys will be able to check out the team throughout the upcoming season because we're doing big things. So hopefully you guys will check that out. Like I said, you can also catch this if this is your first time here, not only on YouTube and Rumble. You can also check this out on Anchor, Google, Spotify, Stitcher, and Apple Podcasts. And you can listen if you don't want to listen to the audio side of things. But I highly recommend you guys to subscribe to various avenues just in case if one go down. But today we're going to talk more Atlanta Falcons stuff, and we're going to talk about the trenches. So therefore, we're going to talk about Grady Jarrett. We're going to be talking about AEK or AK47, and we're also going to be talking about Lorenzo Carter. In the title, if you look right now, I'm talking about Grady, Zoe, and AK47. That's the name that's kind of tagged to him because his jersey number name is 47. So we're going to talk about this pass rush. You guys been wanting pass rush. You guys been talking about the trenches. A lot of people said this is the biggest priority that we needed on this team, and we're going to talk about them. I'm not going to throw any stats. I'm not going to throw any numbers at you guys to go around. I'm just going to talk about the physical presence of these three guys, and obviously there are going to be more guys on the line, so you can check out those other players. You want to name those guys in the comment section, by all means. I usually be down there commenting with you guys, so if you want to talk about some other guys that's on the team that are prominent, by all means, that's what we're here for. But I want to talk about these three guys in particular because these three guys are probably going to be the ones that's going to be most named, and they're also going to be the ones that, you basically got to pick your poison. Pick out which one you want to double team because you're going to have trouble with any of them. So we already know about Grady Jarrett, fan favorite, hometown kid, just recently re-signed with the Falcons. And it's a beautiful thing to see that. You don't see too much of that in the Atlanta Falcons organization, not from this perspective. I mean, you saw that with Matt Ryan, but you see other players who want to re-sign and, they already have like this, greedy intention of what they're doing. But Grady Jarrett seemed like this whole situation with him re-signing was just a little more of a humble experience. It just felt good to see a guy like this want to re-sign and do right, not only by the team, but for himself, securing himself, getting that bag and making things happen. Jake Matthews also comes to mind with that as well. But let's not talk about the money. Let's talk about the presence that this guy has on the defensive line. There's times he's double, even triple team. I know the lowly, I say this, very loosely, but the lowly Detroit Lions was triple teaming him one game. I remember the clip, and he was like cussing them out, like, "Man, y'all ain't got nobody else to block." So the lowly Detroit Lions were having trouble with him, and they didn't want him to get to their quarterback. But now I don't think this is going to be a situation where we're going to be worrying about that because they double team Grady Jarrett. You got guys like Lorenzo Carter. Guys on a 1-year prove-it deal. He's known that he can get to the quarterback when need be. He's known to be a disruptor to get some tackles for a loss. He's known to make things happen. So that is a really big deal when you're looking at another guy on the side of Grady Jarrett on the defensive end side. So I want to see if he could make this happen on a 1-year prove-it deal because the following year, the Falcons got money. This is for all the guys who got 1-year deals. The Falcons got money. So you got to understand that these guys want to get paid. The Falcons organization may be the place to be with that high, that high cap space that they're going to have. So let's see if he's going to be going out there putting in work. The number 9 looks good on him, and we want to see what he'll be able to do. Now, also, the rookie who just came in, Arnold Ebkeite, also known as AK47, since he took the number 47, it's going to be really interesting to see what he can do as well, because now we're looking at a situation where you got 2 pass rushers, 2 edge rushers that can get to the quarterback anytime. You got somebody who's filling up the gap like Grady Jarrett. And like I said, there's other guys that we can name because, there's going to be more guys on the line. You can add those names to the comment section if you're listening to this through the YouTube or Rumble waves. That's what it's there for, and we will continuously to have feedback over there. Thank you guys for that. But when you have a guy like Ebkeite out there as well, another guy that's a rookie that maybe, getting a little bit of growing pains because, you don't get it right all the way on your rookie season. But when you're next to a guy like Grady, when you got Lorenzo over there, you got Marlon Davidson coming in, you got other defensive tackles that's going to be there, other guys rotating in and out, he's going to be able to get some, he's going to get a couple of chances at the quarterback. And I would love to see these guys just continuously trying to get the quarterback at one time on an all-out blitz. I mean, do you realize, like, when you really think about the Falcons, we was like the lowest point of getting the sacks in the NFL. I think it was like number 31 or 32. And I haven't seen the Falcons do an all-out, monster blitz on somebody. We got like 3, 4, 5, 6 guys coming at the quarterback on the 3rd and 6 or 3rd and 9. And you got athletes like this, and Grady Jarrett's actually going to have a chance to get free because he may have a one-on-one situation. Man, these defensive trenches are going to be something nasty to look at. It has the potential to be something really mean and nasty to see some offensive lines get pushed around, or we see some quarterbacks get knocked around a little bit. Even if it's not a sack, but for them to get hurried and have to throw the ball where they don't want to throw it, and one of our defensive guys have a chance to get to it. This is a situation where Dean Pease's defense could really thrive, especially when you got guys like this. Grady Jarrett, even for all intents and purposes, he is known to make things happen. Unfortunately, the whole situation with, what is his name? Number 6, Dante Fowler. That's what I'm talking about. Dante Fowler. When you're looking at a guy like that is able to, was unable to get to the quarterback like we wanted to, it didn't give the opportunities for Grady Jarrett to be free. So he got a lot of double teams. Hopefully with Lorenzo Carter, that he could put enough pressure so that won't be the case. Ebkeite, even though he's a rookie, I think, like I said, he's going to have a little bit of growing pains, but I feel that he's going to be able to get some one-on-one matchups, and it's going to be a nightmare for some teams. Especially if this Dean Pease's, defense is put into place like he wanted to be. You got these linebackers back there, like Anderson or Rashawn Evans, or hell, even in some cases we don't talk about it because some people still believe in Deion Jones still going to be around to be effective. Even with Deion Jones, these guys are going to be able to be all over the place. Michael Walker's another one. So when you look at this makeup, I mean, man, I'm telling you right now, the trenches are nasty right now. I mean, when you look at the Falcons, like everything that's happened this past month, you can't help but to say, hey, this team is not only just on the rise, but this team could possibly be able to compete at a high level in the NFC. I was gonna make an episode about this later on. Just a little quick preview. I'm gonna make an episode later on this week about where the Falcons actually stand in the NFC. I mean, obviously, the Packers kind of fell back a little bit. The Bucks are okay, but we just heard that Brady's just signed a deal with Fox Sports, so he may not be necessarily focused on. It's hard to say this because it's Tom Brady. But he may be focused on the TV deal. So we don't know how that goes. Who else in the NFC that could be a threat? The Rams. I mean, the Rams are, pretty prominent. The 49ers took a step back a little bit. The Seahawks don't even have Russell Wilson anymore. We're going to talk about that at a later time. Because the NFC it was kind of wide open last year. It may be really wide open the upcoming year, but we'll talk about that at a later time. So what this team is made up of right now, And when we bring it down to what we already said, the pass rush is prominent. The pass rush is important. Everybody thought we should have went with the pass rush in the first round. We went with Drake London instead. And we thought we was at a lost cause. But we made an attempt to get that front seven on point. We got a couple of linebackers. We got Ebkeite. And talking about the trenches up front, that front four, that front three, whatever multiple type of defense we're running, these three guys right here are really capable of getting at the quarterback almost at any time. Everybody want to talk about Lorenzo Carter. Can he do it or whatever the case may be? I think he's more than capable of. And you got a guy next to you like Grady Jarrett. It's possible. It's definitely possible. So when you look at a guy like Grady Jarrett, I mean, what else can you say? We already know 5th round pick out of Clemson, live way high up to his expectations, getting paid big time for that. You know, second stint of an extension, making things happen, moving some money around for 15 mil more. Possibly can get somebody else. We probably be talking about somebody else later on down the road. And then you got Ebkeite coming in that you see the tape on him. That, I mean, he's ready to go. And like I said, I don't want to throw any numbers at you guys. I really don't. I seriously, I really don't. I don't want to make this another numbers game. But when you look at Ebkeite and what he was able to do at Penn State, I mean, it's nothing short of phenomenal. So, and he's able to be in a situation where a defense that prides on getting to the quarterback, a defense that prides on, you know, making quarterbacks kind of confused. You know, it's something to really think about. You know, so we may want to sit here and be like, all right, we wanted the trenches to be addressed with Thibodeau and Johnson and, you know, a couple other guys that we wanted to get, but I think we are in a pretty good shape with Ebkeite. I think we're in pretty good shape with picking up a Lorenzo Carter on a 1-year deal, where I said earlier that could flip into a long-term deal because, for one, if he plays as well as he should, that we want him to, he's going to get paid. 2, with the money that the Falcons got, it depends on how well he performs, we may end up re-signing him. So with that, what does that mean? We have 3 guys. That are going to be locked up for long term. Ebkeite on his rookie deal. We could have Zoe on a long term deal, and we already got Grady on a 3-year deal. So for the next 3, maybe 4 years, we could have a very, very nasty defensive line. Very nasty defensive line. So we need to look at this and be like, man, I think at the end of the day that we fussed about pass rush. We need pass rush. You know, Dante Fowler and others didn't get it done. But it all depends on if Lorenzo Carter wants that money. These 3 guys could be very, 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 very productive on this line. Very productive. And I think this is something we need to really look into. And I think for the most part the fan base have already. So with that being said, we got our questions answered. At the end of the day, we got our question answered. No, it wasn't Johnson from Florida State. No, it wasn't Thibodeau. It wasn't Ojabo. It wasn't any of those guys. But we got everything together. So I think that we're in good hands right now. So I'm just going to leave it right there. Let me know what you guys think. If you like this commentary, hit the like button, share this commentary, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Also, if you want to share this, hit that share button. Let people know what we're doing over here. Share this commentary with everyone. And I just noticed my son came up here. That's cool. My son's a mess. Anyway, share this commentary. I am on. Just send it to somebody based on, you know, their text message. Hit the share button, send it to them via text message. So like, oh, this guy's talking about the Falcons. Hey, they may be a Falcons fan too. Send it to a Falcons fan. As a matter of fact, do that. Send it to them and let people know what we're doing over. Like I said, I'm on Google, Anchor, Spotify, Stitcher, and Apple Podcasts. You can listen to me over there on the audio side, outside of YouTube and Rumble. Be your own program manager and listen to me whenever you like. And I appreciate the ones who have been supporting, subscribing, sharing. You know, you guys are awesome. You guys are amazing. Once again, shout out to Dow Baker, getting signed by the Arizona Cardinals from Georgia Southern. We need to talk more Georgia Southern stuff. We really do. And in due time, we will. We will. It's just right now, after the spring game, it kind of dies off a little bit. But right now, what's going on now, the Falcons are moving a little bit, and they're making some moves, and they have a lot to talk about with this team. So hopefully you guys enjoyed the rest of this episode. I hope you guys take it easy. You have a fantastic Wednesday, and you guys take it easy. You guys be blessed. Peace.